Hey guys, we are back at the tiny home community. This is going to be episode 19. Like I said in the past, we're trying not to be too redundant. We're trying to show you guys progress as it happens. And you'll see in this video, we got cabinets coming in. We got Bad Brad and other guys doing the trim, getting it all cleaned up, and some dirt work getting done. And yeah, my name's Justin Briscoe. We're here with Briscoe Homes. Again, we're at the tiny home community. We'd love for you guys to subscribe to our channel. Hit the like button if you've not yet done that. If you're new to the channel, my name is Justin Briscoe. I'm a real estate investor. This is what we do. We have short-term rentals, long-term rentals, commercial properties. We do a little bit of everything. So you guys come along for the ride and check it out and let me know what you think. Peace.
Make me work, make me sweat inside, make me feel like I'm alive. Take this hurt, lady, throw it in my face. Don't let these bones slow you down, 'cause I'm coming on strong. Grass should have looked greener. I need a true believer in this.
So you can see Josh is pulling up the water line right now. We had it ran right here, and originally it was below the freeze line here in North Texas, and it was good. But when we do our final grade, we're gonna do the skid steer out here, and we're gonna come through here, and we're gonna take this down where I'm walking and make this lower. So when water comes off the roof, the gutters, whatever, it's not gonna run towards the house. It's gonna stay in this valley and go around the sides. Yes, we're gonna do gutters. That's gonna catch a lot of it. Like where I'm standing right now, this may come down 12 inches because right now we got this hill. It's flowing into the house. You can see all this sediment, all this mud and sediment right now. You do not want that right there. You want honestly, you want the dirt. Oh, I almost fell. You want the dirt to look like that. You really want a lot of concrete showing. And then when the water comes down here, instead of running into the house, it's gonna run in this low spot and go that way and go that way. So you can see right here, this is where we had the water line hooked up and we disconnected it all the way up to there. So now when we come through with the skid steer, and like I said, I mean, this may come down 12 inches. We would have been digging underneath our water line. You can't do that. Our water line's gotta be at least, I like to be around 12 inches below grade. You can probably get away with 6, but Snowmageddon we had a few months ago, I guess 3 or 4 months ago, probably would have froze that if you were 6 inches. So we're trying to get about 12 inches under grade.
A little bit. You like Gramps? Good.
I used to do this competition where we would see who was the best with using an impact. And at one time I was ranked number 2 in the state of Texas. I went to nationals and got 9th place.
Really?
Yeah. See like who could screw the fastest and straightest and how many screws you could do without stripping the head. I mean,
Yeah.
it was nuts. It's intense the amount of competition there is in those things. That's why I said it, you'd be surprised how many people
People
can.
can't use them.
Yeah.
I'm still at the bottom.
Yeah, they want to give me a scholarship.
What they got in there?
MIT, I guess they have a special division there, and we're gonna give me a scholarship due to my performance in nationals. There's only like 20 people in the nation that actually get that. I felt pretty important.
Good. Yeah. And this over here, bro, it's got even more for you.
His impact, I can't remember. I think he came in like 2nd or 1st, didn't he? Like the nation. I don't know much about it.
Go watch it.
Yeah, you can go watch it. It's impact races or something. That's like 2 years ago when we were building the party barn. Brad knows more about it. What are you doing? Don't stick that in my mouth.
Brad's really upset because he lost his Thor hammer and it was up in one of the rooms. Chuck just found it. He said, "You want to see your dad smile? Go give him this." We're gonna make Bad Brad's day, give him a happy day, make his day a little better. I bought you a new hammer. Chuck said you were gonna smile when you saw that. Catch that smile? He found it up there and
I told him why you look.
we don't have to worry about it now, but I mean, when we got more time, we're not worrying about the important stuff. I mean, I wouldn't mind going just a little bit further down.
Yeah, we just had some more dirt.
Just kind of cleaning it up, yeah. Because I don't know, I mean, we took everything out and you probably roughly kind of smeared it in, but I don't know how well we kind of did this to it.
Trying to get your where you can get. I don't want to be holding you up.
Yeah. No, I hear you. It's looking really good. I'm really happy with where this is coming through. Had you kind of done that on the other ones, or is this the?
This is really the main one.
The first one, okay.
The rest of them are going to be pretty good.
Okay.
You know, like in between those two, it's so flat. It's kind of hard to run in. I hate to dig too much on the outside because remember we hit all that rock.
Oh yeah.
And I don't want to dig.
It's cool how you're making a lot of the rock disappear with
I'm
just.
kind of scooping it and dumping it over the hill and trying to bury it.
Yeah, and this.
Hopefully this water will kind of come around
These three aren't as big of a deal as those two, especially with the gutter.
A pretty big ditch on the very last one, so I'm kind of hoping the water that comes off this one and the next one might run around between number one and the fence.
And you can, well, I don't know if we want to save some of that for final. That's kind of what I wanted. I wanted that. I don't know if that's the 2x12 or not.
I don't know. It looks awful high right here, don't it?
You're right.
It just spilled over so much.
Golly. Okay, guys, we are here back at the tiny home community here in Denison, Texas. It's been a little while since we've done an episode out here because we've not had just a ton of production, a ton of things going on. And so we wanted to save up some footage so we could give you guys a good video. I think since our last episode, we've continued to get some more cabinets in. We have started our paint. Most of the exterior of the paint's done. You can hear the skid steer over there. We got Jace continuing to do some dirt work, prepping for our septic system coming in. I'm probably gonna call the sod farm here in a little bit and see if we can't start getting a little bit of sod down so we can start protecting our flat work or some of our dirt work we're doing, keep it from eroding. So try to get some sod down on it. We're now just kind of waiting on Encore. We were 100% ready as of yesterday with all the conduit and everything that needed to be done. We thought we were done a few weeks ago, but once Encore came out, they saw that there was something we had to add. Honestly, they could show up any day now. I know they're really far behind right now, but they said the work they actually have to do here won't take that long. So hopefully they'll fit us into their busy schedule and we'll have some electric coming through and getting ready to start hooking these houses up. We're kind of stuck on powering up these houses right now because the interior, unfortunately, is still not painted. We just, as of yesterday, got to a point where all the exterior was done. So at the very least, my electrician could come out and put in all the panel boxes, all the breakers and everything. You can see that gray conduit and all those wires coming out. That's where our power, or our breaker box is gonna be. And then you can see all the stuff up above, that's our mini split. So now the electrician will come in, but they'll get that hooked up and they could give us one of our exterior outlets to where we could have power on site. Just so you guys know, we started this back in December and we've literally had no electricity out here whatsoever. What you see has been completely built on generators and air compressors and gas powered stuff. So it kind of stinks, but I mean, I started this process back in December with Encore and just everything that needed to be done. It's a long process. I mean, we had to run electric in pretty far and it's been a big expense and it's taken a while. So it's not that I dropped the ball trying to not get electric out here. It's been a long process. And of course, we had Snowmageddon, slowed things down. We had rain for, I feel like, the last 6 weeks. We're actually able to get out here and get stuff done on the outside and not just being a muddy mess. So that's been good. My wife picked out this color of the houses. Ashley picked this out, which I absolutely love this color. But what she did is she painted the whole exterior, including the siding, the trim, everything. She's painted one solid color. You can see behind me. Typically, this would be like what we call like the body color, like the siding color. And then the trim, like this was wood, it could have been stained or it could have been painted a separate color. That's how you traditionally paint a house. But with her design, she wanted the whole thing to be one color, and then she broke it up with the stain up top. You see the stain up above? That's the golden oak. We wanted to keep the light color of that pine shiplap, but just kind of enrich it and bring a little bit of color to it. But so her goal is with having all this the same color, the goal is with all the one color, she's wanting to kind of break it up with, we're doing metal on this section on 4 of them, and then on 2 of them, some of this is gonna be stone. So that's gonna kind of break up the solid color. And then she wants, I forgot, she's gonna make fun of me, but I forgot what she called it. It's like very Austin-like, I guess. She wants to do some DG and have some drought-resistant plants that are low maintenance, kind of going around the property, and we'll plant some more trees. And so it's part of her design and her concept. I think she's calling it kind of a modern design, kind of getting outside of the traditional paint job of having like the siding one color and the trim one all broken up. I'm still a little hesitant on it because when you pull up, it looks a little too uniform, a little too much color of the same color. I can't say too much yet until we see the final product, but you guys let me know what you think. I mean, it's definitely different, and that's what we try to strive to do. We try to do things a little bit different than everyone else, so I'm excited with how it's gonna turn out. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think. Once interior paint's done, we'll be able to go in and get all our electric stuff done, our HVAC, which is our mini split, put in, and then we'll be able to get all our tile stuff done, and then all our plumbing fixtures, our plumbing trim out. So really, we're very, very, very close to the finish line right now. It's just we've got a few things that are just kind of, we got just a lot of little things holding us up to get into that next step, unfortunately. But got a question on, I think, our Instagram page. This is to Keller, who asked this question. What's the first step you took when getting into business? I'm a young kid that wants to do exactly what you do, but I think too big and don't focus on the first little baby steps. I mean, honestly, I think that's the important part is the baby steps. I mean, you have to have some form of income. I'm sure you currently have a job. I think the first thing to do is try to live conservatively and put back as much money that you can to save, because to get into real estate, I mean, you do need a little bit of money. There's lots of people that say get into real estate with zero down, and I guess you could do it between wholesaling and different concepts. But yeah, if you want to purchase your first home, you do need a little bit of money. So I'd say just live conservative, try to save, work on your credit. And while you're doing that, I mean, really, to me, the biggest thing is just learn your market. I mean, you need to go around, knocking on doors, see if people want to sell. I mean, look on MLS, see what things are going for, see what things are for sale. And then just kind of learn that market, because if you look at this particular home that's 1,200 square foot, it's 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, and you're consistently seeing it sell for kind of that 140 to 160 range, that kind of lets you know what that house is worth. So when you do come across a deal, whether it's a for sale by owner or if it's an individual who is just needing to sell because maybe they've not paid their back taxes, different things like that, maybe they're willing to sell it for 100, 120, and it's something that's not on MLS. You've done your research and you have found out that that house is worth 140 to 160, and you found out you can get a deal on it for 100,000, whatever that deal may be. So that could be one of your first projects potentially. And as a first-time home buyer, you can look at FHA loans that can get you in at 3.5% down, I believe. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm just telling you some ideas that I can think of. And then that could be your first house. That could get you out of renting a house, wasting money on rent. You're paying on a mortgage, which right now interest rates are super low. You'll be paying down the principal a little bit and working on an asset. You have instant equity. If you got it for 100, it's worth 150. I mean, you've made 50,000 bucks right there in equity. That adds to your net worth. And then I think after maybe a year or two, you then could turn that into a rental property and then do it again. Either refi it and cash out, take that cash, go into the next house. I mean, there's a ton of ways that you can get started, but I think the first thing is just taking that first baby step and moving towards what your goals are. And those are just some of the first ideas I would kind of think of. But honestly, I mean, if you want some more advice, I mean, I'm open to some more questions. You want to reach out to me personally, send us a message, and I'd love to talk to you over the phone or continue to message you on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. So yeah, if you got any questions or anything, just let me know. But that was just a random question that we got on our Instagram page. It's a question we get quite a bit of the time, is how do you get started? And I mean, there's not any right answer, any wrong answer. That's just one route that I think would be a good start to get you into real estate and kind of get your feet wet. But yeah, back to the tiny homes. Like I said, we're here inside. Got a lot of cool stuff going on. It's just we're here in beginning of June and things are just moving a little bit slower just because we're waiting on people and everyone's busy right now, and we've had a ton of rain and that slowed things down. And so everyone's getting back out and getting back to work. And so it's hurting us on the time frame and getting this thing done. So Honestly, people ask how long is it gonna be until it's done, and I've kind of just stopped answering that question because I really don't know. I mean, I feel like every time I say 30 days, I mean, we're June 15th today, June 16th. I mean, I'd planned on hopefully being done at the end of June. That's 2 weeks from now. I don't see that happening unless we just get the painters in here and they just kill it. But yeah, we'll continue to work. That's all we can do. Just put our head down, stay busy, and stay after it, and get this sucker done and get it put up on Airbnb and start cash flowing this baby. But overall, I'm very excited with where we're at. We're probably about, since when we poured concretes, for 6-ish months into the process. And so, I mean, yeah, if we were done within 7-8 months with all the hurdles we've had between the big snowstorms and the rain we've had for the last 6 weeks and all the shortages on materials, if we got done in within 7 to 8 months, I mean, I think that would be a pretty good time frame. I mean, it would be a world record, but you guys have to understand this is not the only project we have going on. We have lots of other stuff going on. We've been prepping a lot of other. I'm gonna finish looking at the exterior, make sure everything's done on it, and I'm gonna give him a call back. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think. If you've not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. And then leave some comments down below with any questions you guys have. So until next time, peace.